Hello, welcome to Out of Town with Old Josh, and this is episode 11 and the final episode of my walk down the Bibbulmun track, which I finished back in October, end of October. This section covers from Torbay campsite down to Albany. Torbay campsite, I was lucky to be visited by blue wrens, they were beautiful, and then on through Cozy Corner down Perkins Beach, and then on through Torbay Inlet to Muttonbird campsite. Very nice campsite there at Muttonbird as well. Then from there on to Albany, where my walk finished, and that was a lovely walk down past the Windmill Farm, down through Sandpatches campsite, which was still closed when I walked through. There was just a water tank there, which was useful for refilling the water tanks or the water bottles, and then on into Albany. Albany I absolutely love. It's one of my favourite towns down on the south coast. That and or Denmark I could easily move to. Also really enjoyed the Earl of Spencer Tavern, which is the oldest continuously operating tavern in West Australia. It's been open since 1884, so well worth a visit. Anyway, wishing you all a very Merry Christmas, and hope to see you next year with some local walks around the national parks in this area, and also hopefully a walk in Japan. So see you next year. Thanks for watching. This little visitor to Torbay campsite, according to my book, is a red-winged fairy wren. He's the only one that looks like this that lives in that part of the world. .55 on the track, and I think we're coming up to about 29 since I restarted in Collie. And this is the nice part of the walk from Torbay down to the beach and then on to Muttonbird. Got Torbay Inlet to cross in a while. I left early so I'd get to the inlet at low tide, which is 9 o'clock in the morning forecast. So hopefully we'll get across with no problems. We shall see. Okay, on the way down to the beach. And of course, not 39 steps, probably 539. They go all the way down there. And then the inlet's just around there, where that raging water is foaming. We shall see. This Cozy Corner, handy little barbecue spot with a rubbish bin. So guess what? I got no more rubbish. And we go onwards and down onto the beach. I do hope that inlet's not running too fast. A few more kilometres of beach to do. The tide is going out, but I hope it goes out far enough. There is a walker coming down in the distance, so I'll ask him. He might have come through. Anyway, talk to you later. Right, there's where we came from. The Torbay campsite's up above that second little island, if you can see it. Kind of camouflaged. So we've come along the beach here. There was a little inlet there, but that's not the Torbay inlet. That one was pumping. And then we're going down the beach here and across those there rocks. I remember coming across those with Janet. This is the rocks we'll be scrambling across to get to the other side of the beach, which goes on to Torbay Inlet. So a little bit rough out there at the moment. So hopefully not too slippery. I don't like slippery. I don't like getting wet. Anyway, I'm sure everything will be just fine. Look at the sand soft. Birds following me up the beach. Anyway, I'm going to put the phone away, try and keep it dry. Well, that was fun. This bit anyway. Odd sprinkle of spray, but yeah, different. Look at the little birds there. Just look at them. Happy as lambs. At least you know you're on the right track. There's a marker, tells you so. How cool is this? I don't know if there's any fish down that pond. I love the ocean, eh? Till it sweeps you away. Oh goodness. Look at these waves. Doesn't look promising for that inlet. It's supposed to be low tide in about 50 minutes, so I better get cracking. Right, the inlet's not very deep. There's the odd wave that comes in. Yeah, it does seem to flow quite fast. So I'm not sure where the best place to cross is. It might even be up there. And we'll go and have a look. It's not low tide for another 15 minutes, so I might even wait for that. Glad I crossed when I did, because I got across without even taking my shoes off, and they're quite dry. I think I'd have got a little bit wet then, so I might get out of the way here. Yeah, not too bad. Anyway, he wants to come across. Yeah, those little birds we saw at the rocks were ruddy turnstone. And a very different staircase coming up off Muttonbird Beach. It's just half round logs. If I could turn around without falling down it. And that's what it is. And that's what it is. And they're still there with their book. They've got no recovery gear, no max tracks, no shovel, no snatch strap. No tow rope. Some people just can't help themselves. Anyway, I've got this problem. I would say we're coming up to the rifle range. Sound of peace on the Bibbulmun tree. I might have to duck on the way through here. Purple enamel orchids, which were quite common. This one is a forest mantis orchid. Very beautiful and not common. Steps, down steps. Now we're on the coastal plain. Coastal heathlands, I should say. And there's the windmill farming. 16 of those on the way into Albany. But I won't be doing that today. I'm going to stop and eat as much as I can, reduce my pet weight, have a good night's sleep, and finish in Albany tomorrow. You can just see from today, it is a beautiful day. It's cool. 10 miles away. Stirling Ranges and Brongraps are up that way. Albany is that way. And the bush is that way. Right, I did take a video of arriving at Muttonbird, but when I reviewed it, it was upside down and doesn't seem to be any way to turn it the right way up. So I'll do a reenactment. This is me arriving at Muttonbird 2 hours ago. As you can see, I'm on my own, which seems a usual trait for me, although I did have a German chap turn up last night at Torbay. Very nice young man who's walking parts of the trek. He's doing Albany to Pemberton because he's got to go home after that. There's some beautiful flowers around here and some very nice tent spots. Isn't this just pretty, eh? Lovely. Don't know where he thinks he's going. Walks around like he owns the joint. It's windy in here. It's like being outside. Okay, after a very windy night, we're leaving Muttonbird for Albany. Sunrise 6 AM. See what time we get there. Just listen to the wind turbines. Not the sound of silence. Nice though. Nice walk. Proceeding along, we're now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 windmills along. Torbay's over by that second little tiny island right there. So I think the little blip hill is the lookout from Torbay campsite. And yeah, still a nice day. Not too far until we come up to the end of the windmills. How's this for a spectacular view of the beaches? Well, about beaches because I don't think you can get to them. Not easily anyway. It's a fascinating coastline. Now there's one very quiet windmill there. Looks like its propellers dropped off. Gee, the flies are annoying. Calls this Southern Slope Soarers. I guess with their little paragliders they come running down here. Run, 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 run. And jump off the cliff. And here's a view looking back down the wind farm. It's now 8:10. The sea's turning a lovely colour. Now the sun's behind us. Yeah, how cool is that? This boardwalk's pretty impressive. It's been going on for a few hundred metres. How cool is that? I took a walk up to the wind farm walk, which is just off the bib track. And there it is, looking down the farm. And that way we've got the Sterlings and the Prongrups in the distance. And here we have a great big windmill, or wind turbine I should say. These things are massive, and it's not till you get up close to them you realise just how big they are. Just, oh. There. That's a struggle. I'll fall over backwards in a minute. There you go, Albany is just 15 kilometres. And Kalamunda, where I came from just over a year ago, 950. That's not actually true, because the track is actually 1005 now, so it must be an old sign. Anyway, that's where we came from, and that's where we're heading. Fantastic. And of course the Bibbulmun track would not be the Bib unless they threw some steps in. Which they do, and a snake of course. Did you see him jump off? Sunning himself on the boardwalk. Yeah, they like snakes. Stairs. So which way does the track go? It doesn't say. Ah, it goes that way. I thought it was going to go this way. I'll show you where I thought it was going to go, because that's normally what they would do. I thought it would go down here, down there. No. This is the sand patch area. Well, they had the burn off last year, which actually burnt down the hut. Must be getting quite close to that, but it's amazing how the regrowth, especially the old peppermints, I mean, they look dead, but look underneath the understory, it's well and truly coming back. Quite nice. This is pretty much all that's left of the sand patch campsite, which burnt down in the prescribed burn. Apparently they did put a fire break around the shelter and sprayed foam all over the structure, the wooden bits anyway, but they didn't do the floor, which is covered in wood chip, and embers captured that, caught fire to it, and their shelter broke down. Toilet they did nothing with, apparently they just left that as expendable, and yep, it survived. Strange how these fires work, isn't it? Weird. It's a long hot slog down this four-wheel drive track, which has been going on for at least 1 kilometre, maybe more. So I'm just sat by the side of the road having a rest. Very nice. Nice flowers. Well, that's the end in sight, just over there. It's quite close as the crow flies, but it's actually 9.2 kilometres, according to Mr. Guthooks. And of course, it's going up. Can't go up that high because I don't think the hill's that big. Anyway, lovely day. You need smelly vision for this bit. Seaweed's a bit right. But it's a pretty boring walk around the bay in Albany. Not enjoyable at all and hot. These flowers are all found actually in Albany itself, the suburb around Melville Parklands. All a bit of a surprise really, wasn't expecting that. Very beautiful walk through there.
Again. Woohoo! Finished!
Tourist Information Centre set me up with my place, which was a very nice place to stay, and it was right next to the Earl of Spencer Tavern, which was the oldest tavern in WA. And my bus home. And anyway, thanks for watching. It was a great trip. I hope you enjoyed it.